Hello and welcome to the Creator's Garden. I am called Harpy, and today we will be doing some art that is related to my webcomic series, The Snapdragon Club. Specifically, this stream will revolve around a character named Piro, who is, I would consider, one of the main characters. He is at the very least one of the hosts of the Snapdragon Club. And, this stream has a little bit of a story behind it, actually, but we'll get to the main camera first and then I'll talk about it. Alrighty, so interesting story time. So I was in talk during another stream where someone decided to give reading the Snapdragon Club a little bit of a try, which, I'm always grateful for. And if you're also considering checking it out, it is on Tumblr in comic post form, or it's also available on the channel as a playlist. It has the slideshow version of the grand opening comic, and then comic dub versions of The Wanderer's Tale and The Hunter's Tale. And currently we are working on The Actress's Tale, so only a few pages of those are posted to Tumblr for now. And I'm still up in the air whether or not that will get a comic dub release. But, yeah, so a tiny bit of spoilers, I suppose, but not really too much of a spoiler in regards to The Wanderer's Tale. So The Wanderer's Tale is basically a reader point of view type of story, where the reader is supposed to be a character being led through, a scenario where you've been isekai'd, transported to the world of Sanctus, which is where the Snapdragon Club takes place. And it was brought to my attention that Piro, he has a little bit of a quirk that it had completely slipped my mind. I introduced this quirk in the grand opening comic and then completely forgot about it, which is that he has a tendency to, when he, meets someone for the first time, he'll just sort of, hold their chin, and just, because he thinks he's being charming. Which, some people are into that, some are just ew, creepy, But it is a thing that he does, and I was just huh. That kind of fits. That I'm shocked I didn't include that in the Wanderer's Tale. That was basically my expression right here. So today I'm basically doing a sort of what if scenario of what if there was actually a panel where it shows him holding the reader's chin like that. Which, he would. I'm sure I could give some, hindsight justification for why he doesn't, but honestly, I feel like it's a quirk of his that wouldn't go away so easily, considering what he is and what he used to do. And if you would like to find that out, I hope you'll consider taking a look at the grand opening comic. It is a little bit more slice of life, maybe a little, haphazard in some areas, but there's still some decent stuff in there, I think. Of course, I think my most recent comic that I finished, The Hunter's Tale, is the one that I feel is like of the best quality story-wise, but that's just my personal take. It has been a very interesting journey so far, making this comic. And honestly, realizing that there are tiny things like that I'd completely forgotten about, and having a reader like bring it up to me like, hey, why doesn't he do this, or it would make sense for him to do this, and then I think about it and I'm be like, you know what, you're right. You know what, you are absolutely right. And it also brings to it puts into perspective how I used to be in fandoms, where it's like I would suddenly, if I were to get hyper focused on any fandom or piece of media, be it a show or a video game, and then be like, oh, but it would make sense for this character to do this, or why didn't this character like do that? They would totally do this. Or did they forget about like this little piece of info? And I want to give more credit to the creators when I notice things like that. Now that I have my own stories in which I have to keep track of little details and make sure that things line up in a satisfying manner. But I also feel like, it's just one of those things where I think people have more time to, like, think more about the nitty-gritty of things, especially if it's, like, a world they want to play in. Where it's like, this is an interesting concept. I would like to, make my own character or interact with this character. But yeah, that being said, I feel like I will I will never complain about a creator suddenly forgetting like a smaller detail like that again, especially if it's like a work that is like something they've done years ago. Because then it's like, it's been years, man. I don't know, I forgot. And sometimes it's just as simple as that, The human brain can only hold so much. Or perhaps in my case, it's the Harpy brain, but... But yeah, this will be a little bit interesting because I'm not gonna completely draw Piro as he is shown in the Wanderer's Tale, because he has a different outfit in that one. But I would like to draw him in his latest Snapdragon Club outfit, uniform. Because I feel like his new uniform helps him stand out a bit more, because his main color is blue, even if it is like shades of blue. The problem with that is that it is the Snapdragon Club itself is mostly blue as well, so I just don't want him blending in with the background too much. And hello, Assassin Doggo, welcome. Glad you can make it. Hello there. Completely forgot you were live today. Do not worry about it. You don't need to apologize for anything. Here's the thing, you can be late. you can arrive whenever you want. I'm the one who has to stream in a timely manner when I say I will stream. How am I doing today? I'm doing fairly well. So, just to recap, to start off today's stream, we are going to be drawing Piro from the Snapdragon Club, and it's actually going to pertain to the conversation we had a couple streams ago, where you mentioned that you were surprised he didn't do like the holding chin thing, and I was like, huh, you know what? Actually, you're right. So that's what this picture is gonna be. It's the point of view of him holding the reader's chin. Which, you know, when you think about it, like if someone was like holding your chin and it's from, and the panel's supposed to be like from your eye level, I don't think you'd actually see the fingers per se. Or I could skew and just have it like show maybe a little bit of the thumb, just to, you know, just for the sake of hand waving the disbelief. Because, you know, sometimes you can cheat the camera like that. If someone was holding my chin, beat them up. I mean, I'm sure you would not be alone. I'm sure there were plenty of people who would be like, hey, personal space, please. But, you know, it depends on the person. And it also depends how much you want to suspend your disbelief of, you know, the type of scenario. But yeah, that being said, it also put into perspective of like how in other pieces of medium and other fandoms, I've also done a similar thing where it's like, hey, this character could have done this because this would, you know, be, you know, how they would act. It has been shown that they could have done this or could have done that. Or did they forget about this, like, other small thing that happened in some other thing or some other event that they could have possibly learned from? And, you know, it could be that the creator just completely forgot about it. Especially if it's, like, a piece that they've done, like, years ago. Like, to put into perspective, the Snapdragon Club grand opening comic, I believe... I started that 5 or 6 years ago. As of this stream, I believe it was somewhere around there. So it has definitely been some time. And then the Wanderer's Tale comic, I think it was only like I started that a couple years after I started grand opening. It's been a hot minute. I might have to go back on Tumblr and see when I first posted those. But even at the same time, sometimes details just kind of get past me. Sometimes I feel like drawing his mouth is the most difficult part. Saw there's a tutorial for drawing Piro on the channel. I'm bored, so why not do that? If you feel like it, sure. I would very much appreciate any more art of Piro. Judging from the polls, it seems like he's not a very popular host. It seems Vakshi is actually the most popular, with Mac in second place, and poor Akasi is actually the least favorite. Ugh. So for those who don't know, here's Akasi. He's a Naga, or a snake folk. This is Mac. He's a cat folk. And here's Vakshi, the bee folk. And of course we all know Piro. I feel like at some point I may redo the sticker designs, at least for the hosts, to show them in their club uniforms. Quite busy today, so can't stay, but hope you have a wonderful day. Oh, thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a wonderful day too. I think I might do the thing where I just try to clean up the sketch as much as I possibly can. it from there. Oh, someone else voted pajamas. So you know what? I'll go ahead and take a moment to just switch to pajamas for a bit. There we go. Let's go. We got the page ready for the sketchbook. And hello, Jay. Welcome, welcome. Glad you can make it. Hope you're doing well. Were you there for Alpha stream as well? And for those who don't know, Alpha is another artist, and he dual streams to Twitch and YouTube. He's been doing some Pal World art recently. And it's looking very lovely so far. But yes, today we are doing one of my original characters, Piro. One of the 4 hosts of the Snapdragon Club. I'm doing well. I was till got hung up on calls. Oh no. I'm so sorry to hear that. But yeah. So right now, we're just doing an art of Piro, like holding the chin of the viewer. Because he's got some vampiric mannerisms to him. So that's just one of his little quirks, I suppose. Originally, I was just gonna have his arm cut off here because, you know, technically speaking, in reality, if someone was holding your chin, you know, you wouldn't really see their hand. You just kind of feel it. But now I'm thinking maybe I should cheat the camera a little bit. love the bounciness of the PNG. Thank you. It's funny you do mention that though, because I am considering changing out my model again at the beginning of next year. The only reason I'm not changing it out any sooner is because there are a couple of outfits that I would like to at least get some use out of for some special occasions this year before I change out. But there is a new model that I would like to try out. Speaking of trying things out, there's actually something in chat that I needed to do. So, for those who don't know, I have a little fishing minigame in the corner, and I've been meaning to reset that. So let me just... Hopefully... Well, I need to spell this correctly first. That would help. Okay, I'll cover myself in garlic for protection. I said he has vampiric attributes, but he is not actually a vampire. He is a bat monster. So, he's not stereotypical wants to drink your blood type. He's got his own stuff going on. Do you have any sketchbook portfolio updates? What do you mean by that? Because I do, like, there has been one particular sketchbook that I have been slowly filling out, if I can find it. I have it here somewhere. But other than that, I have one smaller sketchbook that generally I use to do drawings and sketches during stream. But then there is also 2 mixed media pads, which I've been using strictly for my comic projects. Okay, but seriously, where did I put it? Did it fall somewhere? Nope, found it. Okay, this is the, so this is the sketchbook that I've been using this whole time for streams. Where I've got all sorts of fae, works on, like, how dragons look like in the world of Sanctus, some borb fish, some cane from the Amazing Digital Circus. I also redrew an old picture of some other side characters from Sanctus and the Snapdragon Club, one of which hasn't been properly introduced in a comic yet, but who knows. And then this was just another random one. We got some Soundwave from Transformers Prime. And a little bit of Slender Man in there, because why not? We only have a couple of pages left in this to go. And then after that, I'll probably just decorate the backs and front of the sketchbook and call it good. And I will need to find some other way to fill out and draw things. Nothing crazy or anything sus. I know you've been evolving. I'm just wondering, that's all. And I don't really, like, I don't do sus. Like, this is probably the most sus I get, I guess. Again, full respect to anyone who does do that art. It's just not for me. But yeah, the reason I'm drawing Piro like this, just as a reminder, is because the Snapdragon Club comic, The Wanderer's Tale, is a reader point of view comic. So in that, the reader would be, you know, a character in the comic. They would be a human that had just been recently transported to the world of Sanctus and getting to meet all the hosts of the Snapdragon Club. And someone actually gave the comic a chance and read it recently and brought to my attention that, hey, isn't this a thing that Piro does with new people that he meets? It's like, and I thought about it and was like, you know, you're right. I was like, you know, that is actually a very good point. Oh, thank goodness. It did reset. Yay! So now people, if you want to fish in the fishing minigame, you have a chance to get on the leaderboard. It is no longer filled with just only 2 people. And also, I wanted to test out this one command. Does this work? Okay, yes it does. Alright. So, for those who can't see what happened in chat, what I did was that I added a new chat command called !mischief. And so now, if you would like to mess up my drawing or otherwise make me, you know, think on my feet while I'm drawing, then you have a chance to cause some mischief. If you feel like it. I am not going to do that since I am not at the coloring stage right now, so that is not applicable at the moment. I think I will start taking the mischief responses after the sketches are mostly done. Unless, well, technically there is maybe 1 or 2 things that I could do during the sketching stage, so yeah. So I'd say half of the mischief prompts are applicable at this stage right now. You messed up. I must now add text. Well, that's actually fine, because then I can actually make it look like an actual comic page. Let's see. What should I have him say, though? That is the question. There we go. So that is now something I have incorporated. No, there is no Discord. I do not have a community Discord. All I have is the community page on my YouTube channel page. That's all I'm willing to look at and moderate for now, because I feel like opening up a Discord includes a whole other can of worms that I don't think I have the time or energy to moderate myself. I'm crying. Yeah, and just personally, I like to keep my Discord stuff private in general. I've been hearing a lot of rumblings about Twitch these days, especially with the opt-in to AI that they did recently. It's actually made it so that one streamer I know actually decided to try to migrate to Picarto, which is a streaming site meant for artists. I actually have not been to that site in a long time, so I'm not quite sure how it fares in comparison to Twitch or YouTube. But it could be interesting. We'll see how it goes. I'm not planning on moving away anytime soon. Mostly because out of convenience. You know, most people, I believe have a YouTube account, so it's simpler that way. Maybe if I had, more of an audience, then I would, consider migrating, but I do not. No, it's not a short cape, that's right. It's an actual long cape, so it wouldn't be down here. It would actually fall off a little bit more there. You done some Picarto streams? Oh, cool. I don't think you'd be interested in what I made. Sounds like I need to share your page more than we need to show everyone the Harpy and PJs. Aw. Well, I would super appreciate it very much if you do, so thank you. And hello, Nero. Welcome, welcome. Glad you can make it. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're good. I'm doing very well. Very well, very good, yes. One day I will learn to speak properly, perhaps. But yes, today we are focusing on the manager of the Snapdragon Club, Piro. I'm well enough Slightly salty at gotcha, but that's never news. Yeah. Although perhaps, if you'd like to do a little bit more gotcha, I just refreshed the fishing mini game, so now you can try and get on that leaderboard if you'd like, or just collect new fish or get some achievements for us. Because last time for a while I had the fishing minigame up, it was filled with mostly testing, and also for some reason, I think the game counted me and another person twice because YouTube had a change of how it did usernames. So it registered both the old version of the username as well as the new version. So I refreshed it. So yeah. And I've also added a new chat command, !mischief, if you would like to try and like make me think on my feet while I'm drawing something, or try to make me add something to it, then yeah. I would say just use it within reason, of course. We already had Jay use it once to add text, which is why he's got a word bubble now. Now I'm fine rolling the Wuthering Waves dice. Alrighty. Sounds good. I'm trying to think if there was anything more that I wanted to add to this. Is it really just this? Maybe it's more like this. Alright. I think I've basically finalized where all the lines are gonna be. So I think it might just be coloring time. make these lines a bit more clearer so I don't mess myself over. Feel bad for my friend. He got bad luck and has two banners he really wants running at the same time. Aw. And hello, Ferox. Welcome, welcome. Glad you can make it. How's our favorite board princess? Doing well. And I hope you are too. We just gotten a couple of things changed out. Some stream-related updates. I refreshed the fishing minigame, so if you would like to try and get on the leaderboard, it is now feasible to do it, you know, in a timely manner. Because there's open slots for it. And also we added a new chat command called !mischief. So if you would like to mess up my drawing somehow or make me think on my feet and add something to it, then you can do that now. Maybe I need to put a cooldown on that. Maybe that's what I need to do. Let's see. Hopefully it's not too much. Jay? But also, I just added text. What? Maybe some sound effect text? Okay. And also, I changed the cooldown, so hopefully it's a decent type of cooldown, but we'll see how that happens. And maybe I should just start coloring now, because otherwise if I don't, I might start coloring things I might not want to. But also, maybe I should think about where the lighting's coming from. That would probably help as well. If I could just... That's precisely why I added the mischief command. Is to keep these streams entertaining. At least for you guys, hopefully. Let's see. Oops. Maybe this one. No, not that nib. And I definitely want to use this one. What? There we go. I wonder if I should be concerned now that at any moment Jay could strike. And I just realized I'm still not quite thinking about where the lighting's coming from. Also, I need to recall, what did I actually color this? That's how I colored it, okay. So I was thinking of trying to save this topic until the end when I talked about like my Ko-fi and everything, but I did add some things to my Ko-fi recently in terms of ways to support me. So, one is that I just added some coloring pages that you can get. It's 3 coloring pages. And they're like pictures of Harpy, the Borbs, a Borbfish. And that's about it. Just something I thought people might want, since I did a little interest check earlier. What I also did was that I did open up sketchbook commissions. And sketchbook commissions, for those who don't know, are basically essentially giving a prompt of sorts and just leaving the rest to me. Like, there's no back and forth, no making edits or anything. You send in a thing and it gets drawn to the best of the ability of the artist. And the way I was thinking of doing the sketchbook commissions was doing it on these circles. Because what I found doing recently was that I kind of really like doing drawings within circles. It might sound a little bit weird, but it was something I was working on when I was trying to like make stickers for like buttons and stuff. But this is also like the type of art that I was considering when doing like attacks for art fight as well. So it's like I'm not planning on getting many points for these or anything, but I figured if I wanted to like get the most attacks possible while still keeping it fun for me, I thought this would probably be the best way. And also I just think they're like kind of cute doing it in that manner. Oh, whoops. I was not in pajama mode this entire time. My bad. Okay, but seriously, where's the lighting coming from? I want to say kind of top left over here. I'll put it there. But it's also maybe kind of behind him, maybe. And if that's the case, you were in pajamas when I hopped in. Yeah, I don't know what happened. At some point, I got switched to my winter outfit at some point. But, yeah. And for those who are wondering what I'm using, outside of the alcohol markers, I am using a piece of watercolor paper. Excuse me. I think I'm maybe lacking in mid-tone blues. Bless you. Thank you, Nero. But yeah, me know what you guys have been doing in terms of hobbies. I know some of you have been sewing or playing video games. In fact, I just recently finished a little sewing project of my own. I'm just hoping it survives being washed and dried for the first time, and then hopefully I can call it done. Decent so far. I forgot how much blue Piro used up every time I drew him. Luckily, he also has a little bit of black and yellow in his outfit as well. And of course, some red. Does anything. cues. Then we can grab a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Alright. Not too bad so far. Also, hope you can hear me and the music fairly well. Also, I won't be too concerned about the lettering. I can always go over that later. But so far, not too bad, I don't think. Okay. This may be the part where I have to start making some big decisions. And by that I mean use the dark grays and blacks. Which are the ones where if I kinda mess it up, there's very little recourse for going back over. Lightest parts of the lightest parts of the piece, and then just try to go at it from there. I don't think I've drawn Piro's eyes like this before. My chin is being lifted. Time to prepare punching fist. And I'm alright. I just dropped some Mod Podge. It is unfortunately not a Harpy stream unless I drop something off the side of my desk. And I see you have returned. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, I'd say we are almost done with this piece, I think. Just a few things that I'll go back and do. Maybe I made the cooldown on the mischief a little too long. I don't know if anybody's been trying to use it. But I messed around with the cooldown timer of the mischief button because I can't really do a channel point system. So the most I can do is give it a decent cooldown. May need to refill this marker. We need more made Harpy art. You sure you don't want to let the power go? Well, it only got 2 uses, and it's been fun so far. I don't know how many times a stream I want to go, but I guess it also depends on the art that I'm doing. And you know, any excuse to want to keep looking over and chat and be like, oh, did they do something? Did they mess me over? big maid fan. I see. Well, who knows? Mayhaps that's something I'll consider doing. I mean, I do love the, like, maid cafe outfits that I've seen for some of my favorite things. Like, even Amazing Digital Circus got some maid cafe merch recently. So that was fun. Feels a little better. Think this is actually done. But it is not the end of the stream. I was considering, because when I thought of this idea, I was thinking of maybe doing one in this sort of pose, but also one where you could actually, like, see him actually holding the person's chin. been trying to do a drawing of Crystal in Ultraman pose, but my human eyes still need improvement. Yeah, I get that. But hey, you do whatever you feel you like to do. If you feel like doing some improvement, then just go for it. And you know, see what you can do. But it's just you gotta be in the right mindset for improvement, you know? Otherwise, you're just gonna be met with frustration. So I think this turned out pretty well. I'm not sure if there were some areas that I feel like I should still bold. Maybe like this one over here. But I don't want to do it too much in case it messes it up. But as usual, I like how the eyes came out. The eyes and his, like, medallion thingy. You can't be talking to me like that. What are you talking about, Piro? He's just trying to be charismatic, I'm sure. But yes, let's see. I guess I could just open up my sketchbook for this. This would be fine. Instead of just trying to look for another piece of paper. I'm only joking. He's gonna get himself beat up one day. Well, I'm sure he's had some who are like tsundere or just didn't like it. So I'm sure it's already happened before for him. But more often than not, it seems to, in his experience, it seems to get a good response. But that's his experience. I worked hard for this family. What do you mean by that? Like, I know you have your own characters as well, Jay, and I'm not too familiar with the lore of them, so if there's something I'm missing, feel free to tell me. Oh. Warp form has gotten the majority. But now I'm wondering, Since I'm already going to draw Piro, like, holding someone's chin, should that person be the maid cafe version of me? Because truth be told, when I drew up that maid cafe outfit, I did draw it with the Snapdragon Club in mind. So it is very much themed with the blue snapdragons and everything. So it does kind of make it look like I dressed up to go work there. Jays haven't give this, and the hoodies have magic in them. Interesting. And hello, Dope. Welcome, welcome. Glad you can make it. Hope you're doing well. So just to show you what you missed out, we just finished drawing Piro from the Snapdragon Club. He's holding the viewer's chin. I'm well, just working on projects. Awesome. Hope they're going well. Haruki is an android. Koniko is a regular person. So are these Jay's daughters, or like what's the relationship here? Because again, I am not familiar with your lore. You will have to teach me. Oh yeah, and I did reset the fishing mini game, so now it is now feasible for you to get onto the leaderboard. too high. I could draw Scotty. You're going well. I'm about to work on art and scripts later. Awesome. As long as I don't want to flood your chat. Well, you know, whatever you feel like. The art is for my Animal Jam film, and the scripts are for the self-care project. Oh, cool! I'm excited for all my projects and how they come along. I'm excited too! Hope you'll let us know when they're complete. If you plan on sharing, of course. Always dropping things. Maybe I can make this Scotty, actually. But now I'm wondering, should I put Scotty in a maid outfit? Because I could do that. I don't think I've designed a maid outfit for her before. But it would be very interesting to see if I can make it work. Scotty is supposed to be an angel, so I gotta have some feathered wing type decorations on them. I've drawn Scotty in a dress at least once before. It's actually in here somewhere. If I can find it. Oh. Hello, Kana. Welcome, welcome. Glad you can make it. I'll just temporarily be in pajama form so the headpads can reach. Thank you for the hydrate. hope you're doing well. Oh yeah. So here's the picture of Piro we've already finished. You're tired and hungry? That's very fair. I hope you get some rest and some food soon. So handsome want to rub his ears. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad you think so. But yeah, right now I'm doing a secondary picture of Piro where he's doing the holding chin thing again. But this time I thought it'd be interesting to like have it within perspective. And actually, I might have another picture of Piro that I sketched a long time ago and have not colored yet. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do that. All Piro all the time. AU or Alden makes a Piro-themed amusement park. Ah. Huh. I'm not sure if that's a good idea or a bad idea. Probably a little bit of both. Probably. Seems like the wrong sort of arm placement that Scotty would have in this situation. Piro wearing a Piro hoodie with a Piro plush and Piro ice cream. Oh no. In one of those novelty ice creams with the gumball eyes. This is a tricky perspective to do for this hand. that could work. Yes, and one is in the wrong spot. Oh no. Also, I felt like I spent a lot of time just on Scotty's maid outfit alone. Oh, you caught an enormous crab. Do you think the outfit's really cute? I'm glad you think so. Because with Scotty being an angel, I had to try and think about, like, how to incorporate angel wings onto the maid outfit. There we go. That seems a little better. So I'm not sure. Oh goodness. I'm not sure if I want to start coloring this right now, but here is the sketch. Also, Kana, I did do another thing. I don't know if the cooldown has gone down. I might have made the cooldown a little too big. I soup it. I know you meant shit, but I soup it. But I added another chat command. I don't know if the cooldown has gone down yet, but exclamation mischief is a random generator where if you would like to try to mess my drawing up or just make me think on my feet, then you can do that. And why does it keep putting add text? Okay. You know what? I'm gonna take the cooldown off really quick. I'd never make you do that. You've literally been the only one to activate it this entire stream. And just for a second, just for the sake of testing out some things, I'm gonna put the cooldown. gonna lower that a bit, and I just wanna make sure that all the other options are, you know, possible to get. Because literally, add text has been the one that we've been getting this entire time. I live to cause mischief. Yee. Okay. I need... Okay, I just wanted to be sure that other options were feasible. You got a huge manta ray, awesome. Alright. Because we got an add text like 3 times in a row, so... You're awesome. Okay, but you did put add text, so I will do that. I want to see if I can maybe go back. It might have been closer to the front, maybe, where I was drawing. Yeah. Oh yeah, this was back in June. So I think I want to start coloring this one. Oh yeah, that's right. And I did give him interesting sleeves on his outfit for this. Yeah, I'll keep that in just to see how it looks when it's all colored in. think I made the pants black. So sure that's stable. have a great day. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you have a great day too. Refill these darker gray and black markers. Luckily, I do still have some more ink, so we're good on that front. You have food, yay! Now I'm curious what the leaderboard looks like. If you like, you can type in exclamation leaders to see who's on the leaderboard. Or are we at 50% board form? We can go here. It's definitely you. Look at that. Yep, there's only 3 people on the leaderboard now. And it is you. Yay. And if you'd like to put the window down, you can type exclamation go fish. Keep dropping things. lore says. I am the last of a species known as creators. That is part of the lore of Harpy. Because as far as I know, there's no other shape-shifting being like me. There might be. I would be hopeful. But, it's hard to say. And even if there are, who knows if it's even safe for them. Oh, goodness. Okay, well, this is basically completely dry. Who watches the Borbs when I'm gone? Well, I'm kind of always in the creator's garden, so I don't really go anywhere. Blue, yes. That's the one I want. Aw, a tiny coelacanth. And a huge catfish. But yeah, I think once I'm done with this page, I will call the stream. But I'd like to thank everyone who stopped by. We got a lot of stuff done today, and we tried out some new things. And now, there's a chance for these streams to get even more chaotic. This coming Friday, we shall be continuing working on the Actress's Tale for a little bit. I have been sketching up more pages, more panels. So hopefully we are on our way to completing that. The goal for the Actress's Tale is to hopefully complete it by the end of the year, but we'll see. And I think if Mischief goes off during comic work, I might just I'll take it as a means to just switch up what I'm working on so that I'm not actually ruining any of my pages. I really appreciate everyone who stopped by, whether you're in chat or watching the VOD. I appreciate you a whole lot. And if you're interested in my art and my stories, I hope you consider checking out the Snapdragon Club, as well as leaving a like, comment, and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And if you have already, thank you very much. It will probably be a very long time before I can meet the requirements for even the lowest tier of monetization. And even then, monetization on this channel isn't the biggest goal really, but it would be cool to have monetization, as it would mean that I could do more stuff on the streams. here's Piro inside Nightmare Castle. But if you are wishing to support me by being super duper generous, as mentioned before, we do have a Ko-fi link right up there where you can buy me a boba. You can become a visitor of Sanctus and get a orb attributed to your name, and they show up at the beginning of every stream. And as I mentioned before, we do have a Ko-fi shop where you can buy some stickers, including of my Harpy form and, of course, our boy Piro, the manager of the Snapdragon Club, as well as any other major characters from the Snapdragon Club series. And as I mentioned before, we do have sketchbook commissions open right now. Slots are limited, so if you want one of those where you want me to draw something, say for work, alright? It's got to be something that may show up on stream. I may draw on stream, so it's got to be something appropriate. And I also have a couple of coloring pages available as well. It's just 3 coloring pages. You can color them digitally, or I recommend printing them out to color them traditionally. So handsome stickers and coloring pages. You can't say they're OSHA approved. You can't say that. Yes, thank you all for joining me, and I hope to see you guys next stream. So see you then. Bye. Bye.